rush. I just don't understand what they're doing, and especially with the receiver dropping the way
They're
he
giving
dropped.
Caleb
I
no
would have
excuses.
loved.
That's what they're
I would
doing.
have loved if they would have just picked the pass rush and then Luther Burden fell right there because then you are actually freaking addressing the needs. They were
They're
correct.
giving Caleb Williams no excuses. That's what they're
But
doing.
who were they supposed to draft right there?
I would have took the freaking guy the freaking Anners just drafted.
Michael Williams.
That's what I would have got. My guy. But
He just wanted a Georgia guy. Don't ignore him.
Right. He
He
I
I'm
wanted a
about
wanted
to say
Georgia
that's
guy.
a little,
Ignore
to
he
him.
be
got a
honest,
little he got a little bias going on.
I wanted
But
Mike Green. I wanted one of those guys, but Mike Green got character concerns. I get that, but I just don't understand why are we taking a tight end, a 5-win team?
I just told you why.
That makes sense.
I told you why.
Does
That makes sense.
They're not.
The
Caleb
process.
Williams got no excuses. They're giving him every
It's
opportunity.
not even like the kid had any excuses. You don't build a team through freaking weapons. You don't.
Like they're
You need
giving
a
him
freaking pass rush.
basically what
rush.
they're doing is they're gonna find out this year if he's the guy or not. If
You
not,
don't
in
build
a
a team.
better quarterback class, they could take a guy next year.
You
That's
don't build a
basically
team
what they're
through
doing.
freaking weapons. You
That's
get
basically what they're doing.
you get the pass rush. That helps.
I mean, you
Caleb
can
Williams
get
out.
okay, but I'm saying, okay, so we gonna discredit what Dennis Allen evaluation is?
I'm not. I think this is more of a Ben Johnson pick. He chose it. I don't think this is a Ryan, and that's why I question Ben Johnson. Like, why are we taking a tight end top 10 when you just seen a freaking team win a Super Bowl?
Well,
See how
here's
they
the thing.
stacked up from the trenches,
Here's
and you
here's
go
the
out.
thing, Zay. Right? Ben Johnson's new, right? So he has this team he sees in a certain way. He has his vision of how he wants this team built, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Whether we agree or not, he has a vision in his own head on how he wants this team built. That's why I said I think this year is very important for Caleb Williams. It
I
really
agree.
is at this
I
point.
agree.
Because if he flounders, I don't think he will. But let's play the hypothetical here, right? If he flounders, Ben Johnson can say, "Well, I look at all the pieces he has. He has DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet, Coastal Loveland, Luther Burden, all that blah blah blah, etc." They put the offensive line together. So if he flounders, they could essentially take a quarterback next year, and the quarterback they bring in will be set up. I mean, look at the weapons he'll have, the offensive line he'll have. So I think that this year, if I'm guessing, Ben is looking at it as, okay, this year I'll figure out if Caleb's worth continuing to build around, or do I go in a different direction next year?
You better
Right.
have a freaking running game. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, yeah, but so they're trying to do that. I mean, that's why, they kept, in my opinion, they kept Swift,
Mm-hmm.
still got Roshan, and if it comes to
They really
fruition, they're
liked
gonna have
Ian
Nick
Wheeler
Chubb
last year.
and
I mean,
Ian Wheeler.
I
Homer's
mean,
gonna be the odd man out. It's
I,
over with. He
I
might well
think
just
what
start packing his stuff.
I think Ryan Poles got his butt kicked in this freaking draft. A lot of the guys he wanted went literally a picker. So before he was
Kyle
actually,
Monangai is a good pick.
I mean, it is, but I think he wanted Scatterbull, and that's why he traded out that freaking pick. I think he wanted Scatterbull. And
I
I think
don't
he
know
I
who
wanted
he
mean,
wanted.
but
freaking guys who
yeah,
failed.
I
These
mean,
guys
but
just
we don't
weren't
know.
early.
We don't know.
I mean, we don't know. There were still plenty of good options left. Like Ollie Gordon hadn't gone yet. You could have taken him.
Yeah,
No.
Donovan Edwards literally went undrafted. I would have taken a flyer on him. Yeah, not Khalil Mullins. Khalil Mullins
yep.
Because what I
went to
wanted
the
them to do,
Titans. Like I would have taken him. Like there were options. There were definitely options besides Cam Scatterboo that you could have taken.
yeah,
But because you traded back, you missed out on the opportunity to get them.
I wanted
Right.
them to. I didn't think they was gonna take a freaking cornerback in the 5th round, but I wanted them to get
Yeah,
at least
see,
one
you
more
could
guy.
have taken a running back there.
I wanted them to get a
I'm
guard
not,
or something. That's what I want.
and I don't hate the Zay Frazier pick. I just don't get it because we have like 60,000 corners. We have plenty of corners.
That's why I say the day 3 picks, they were arrogant to me, like picking a freaking a linebacker. I mean, I don't know. I keep hearing that he's fast, but
Oh, you're talking
like,
about
what are we
Ruben
doing?
Hippolyte.
I'm not trying to root the kid off, but like,
Dude,
I'm
he's
like,
a
what are we
special
doing?
teamers. They could have got that dude in the 7th round or a UDFA, bro. They reached for that pick. That was a massive reach. That pick
Okay,
was a
so
massive reach.
you know what? So let's start with the Bears picks. That's what I'll bring up first, and then we can do the whole draft, or y'all want to do the
I'll
whole
grade
draft.
each pick too that the Bears had, and then we can go over the rest of the draft.
Okay, so you want to do the Bears? Okay. All right, hold on, let me bring it up. I got it up right now. Let me see, where is it? There it is.
Y'all dig the new profile picture. Tight end one back
Close
there
to
in the
11.
corner.
He ain't gonna be tight end
Tight
one.
end
I
one.
think one of the things I like about that though, the
Tight
good
end
part
one.
about it is,
No,
hey,
Yes.
I like
Yes.
that so much because they holding Cole Kmet accountable. And
Tight
they
end
make him
one,
feel
like I
uncomfortable.
said.
I like it.
Yes.
no,
It make him feel
Tight
uncomfortable.
end one.
I like that.
and I love 11, but he ain't tight end one yet.
He's tight end one.
Oh,
No, he's
By
not.
the-
He got it
by the
short.
end of the
Yes, he
season, he gonna
is.
take that spot.
In a Ben Johnson offense, he's tight end one.
By the end of the season, he gonna have that spot.
Exactly. He gonna have that stuff on lock.
Hey, what
He
have I
gonna have
been
it on
saying
lock.
about Kmet for years? Kmet is I hated the pick when they picked him. I still hate it now. I just don't like him. I just don't like him as a tight end. I like this guy better. To me, I mean, the blocking could be
Bro, he moved like Laporta.
Better.
He's smooth, bro.
Me, I think he's a receiver playing in a tight end's body.
He literally is. That's literally what he is. That Brock Bowers is the same way. He's a receiver playing in a tight end's body.
Dude, I just that's one of the things I like about this pick is that they actually stacking up and making some of those guys feel uncomfortable.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that too as well. But yeah, I mean, this pick for me gets an A-. I mean, I'm biased. That's typical.
Right.
I'm biased. But no, at the same time, I got into arguments with people about this. I'm like, if they're going to choose a tight end, Coastal Love was a better fit for a Ben Johnson offense. I said this. I literally said this. I said, and that's not even to knock Tyler Warren, but at the same time, you got to look at your personnel and scheme fit.
Mm-hmm.
There were only 2 tight ends I would have considered in this draft based on Ben Johnson's system. And they both went to a Ben Johnson type of system. So I would have either taken Lovely or Mason Taylor. That's who I would have taken because those two are like the prototypical tight ends in a Ben Johnson offense. So those are the only 2 I would have taken in this draft because I feel like they're the 2 that make the most sense and fit in this offense.
Look at this dumb stuff. Look, man.
That's not gonna happen.
Look, hold on.
That's not gonna happen.
We asked you to come in and show us the tape. And
hold on. He's being disrespectful because what I tell you, Mason Graf still went top 5. So that's number 1.
So those same people that said that freaking Campbell was a freaking guard are saying that talking about freaking Mason Graham. Look how stupid they freaking looking now because both of them boys went top 5.
Yes,
so,
they're both
talking about this past year.
How much y'all freaking matter?
No, he didn't. He did not. They were having a field day against Aiden Childs. You didn't watch that game like I watched it. I remember that game too because we put belt to behind and they got salty. And that's that post game. That's that post game Loveland had talking about big brother little brother just needs to learn to shut up and sit down. And he was exactly right.
We don't have time for people to portray as if they watch freaking tape. There's a reason why you were let go from the other network that I'm not gonna freaking name that nobody talks about. But there's a reason why we don't got time for people faking like they know they watch things. They don't.
I watched that Michigan versus Michigan State game, bro. Mm-hmm. There's a reason Michigan's big brother and Michigan State is
Yeah, I could have sworn we beat them down again this year, but I mean we beat them this year.
And Coastal Loveless said what he said, and I'm glad he stood on business.
He did. But anyway,
so, we're getting off topic.
Did you speak on? Yeah, you spoke on Loveland, right?
Yeah,
you were
A-.
You were
A-.
You don't watch tape.
Okay,
A-.
A-. And what did you give it, A?
B-.
B-. Okay. And why did you give it a B-?
Because I question the thought process. Like I still Like I would have rather trenches there, but it is what it is. I love the freaking player. He's actually my best tight end in the draft.
Yeah, he was my favorite in this draft too.
Me too.
And
So
fun little nugget: teams tried to trade up for Colston Loveland, and the Bears
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard
did.
about that.
they
So
did.
that's how you know
Yep.
you got a good player.
Yeah, he's definitely worth better. He's better than people probably recognize from this past season because not everybody watches Michigan, obviously. So um, we didn't have Michigan didn't have a quarterback this year. I was about to say we.
No, they
Michigan did
didn't.
not
And
have
he
a
got that
quarterback,
shoulder injury.
and he got a shoulder injury. Well, if you look at the national championship year, he was a lot more effective
He was
because he
one
had
of
a
the
lot more
best tight
opportunities.
ends that year.
What intrigues
Like
me a lot, about him is that I think the tight end coach said that when they a couple of years ago when they were on their national championship run, the Coast and Loveland told him every time run the ball behind me, and
Mm-hmm.
they got a touchdown.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. I like that he's willing. He's not the greatest blocker, but he's willing to freaking
he's
block.
a willing
Not somebody
blocker.
who
He's
has
a willing
that
blocker.
you block, head on, but somebody that can block corners and kind
Mm-hmm.
of steal the linebackers a little bit. He'll do a good job in there.
I agree with that. And so, like for me, I'll give it an A. You know what I'm saying? Because you have taken an edge there. Yes, absolutely. But I like Coastal Love and I like what he brings. Like y'all just said, he blocks very well. He blocks pretty good. He blocks good enough. You know what I'm saying? He blocks good
And he
enough.
can still
Cole,
grow as a blocker. He's only 21.
right? So him and Cole are both good blockers in my opinion. Cole is more, he's a straight line guy. Loving can do almost everything. So I think they gonna complement each other. Honestly, I think that they'll make each other better. They obviously gonna challenge each other. They gonna push each other in camp and all that. So we'll see. End up seeing what happens as far as who's the guy that is considered tight end one. But for me, it's just like I told them when it happened. Like I told Zay and Elise. Now it's on. That is a direct message to Caleb. Hey, you got two tight ends that can catch the ball. They're both pretty good blockers. They both are mismatched nightmares for most linebackers. If you don't use them, you are the problem. Straight up. And
I
there's
think
no
it's
way y'all can, huh?
no, you can finish, Julius. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, there's no excuses that anybody can say. None of these, people that keep making excuses for him. Oh, look, like Cole's bad. No, Cole had a 1.4% drop percentage this past season. He dropped one pass, one. He had 55 targets, 47 receptions. I believe it was like almost 500 yards or something like that. Cole wasn't as bad as people try to make it seem like. You know what I'm saying? He had some bad penalties at times, but again, if they don't use you, what's the problem? Just like DJ Moore, he had I think it was 3% drop rate, 4%.
hmm
Where's all this talking about DJ Moore is not working hard? Like the man had less than 5% drop rate, but he still had 148 targets. I think 98 receptions. If he only dropped, I think he dropped 4 passes. I believe it was. He dropped 4. What happened to the other? What is that?
50, right?
50? Yeah, 46 balls were uncatchable or something like that. Come on, dog. Really? Or he didn't have an opportunity to catch it. You know what I'm saying? So again, we gotta look at these. We gotta look at these. Some of y'all love stats. They're the stats for you. Go ahead, Zay. Go ahead.
To me, I think that sends a direct message personally for me, Cole Kmet, because with Cole Kmet, what he is getting paid, he should be, in my opinion, he should be used more, and the ball should be thrown at him more. I don't think Kmet as a tight end, I don't think his route tree is like Coast and Loveland. That's the difference. Obviously, that's the difference. The yin and yang between having both of them. I don't
Mhm.
think Kmet can run routes like Coast and Loveland. I don't think he's on that caliber. So I think to me I think it makes not only Caleb better, it points the finger at him to be better, but I think it points the finger at Cole to be better too.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. And again, I'm not making excuses for Cole, but I'm also pointing out the obvious. Is remember when
Not
I
you.
asked y'all? Remember I asked y'all towards the end of the season. I said, did Caleb really throw to his tight ends in college? And y'all both said no, because I was like, this doesn't make no sense. Like, and Elise, in the comment in the group chat this weekend, she said she watched the tape and Komet was open a lot of times. He's wide open, but he didn't get the ball. So again, does Komet need to be better? Yes, absolutely. But does Caleb need to use his tight end? Yes, he does. It is what it is. Two things can be true.
Especially in this offense. This offense is catered around using the tight end.
He has
I
to.
agree.
So if he does not use, so okay, let's say Cole and like I said, say Cole and Colson don't really have like great seasons. They have they have the same season like Cole just had, 55 targets. Let's say both of them get 50 targets apiece. Is it their fault or is it the quarterback's fault? Because you know this offense is going to use the tight end. If Caleb doesn't use them, then again, like Elise said when we started the show, then Johnson gonna be looking at him sideways, like, well, maybe I don't know, maybe you ain't the guy. You see what I'm saying? I agree with Elise on that. Maybe this is also a message to Caleb, like, hey, dog, I got you these guys for my offense. I need you to get ready to use them. If you don't use them, we will find somebody else who will. Y'all can agree, disagree. It's just how I feel about it.
No, I'm not. No, but like that's with all new regimes. Like that's common sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Ben Johnson said what he said for a reason. Like everybody's on notice. He's putting guys on notice. You're either going to be on this team next year or you're not. This is essentially your audition year, no matter who you are on this roster.
Right.
So,
and I don't like that y'all are singling out certain people. He ain't say no name.
right, he didn't say any names. He said everybody. And you know what? It showed too because I'm like, because they really could have taken an edge rusher, right? They could have taken Michael Williams or whatever his name is at number 10. But they said, you know what? We'll get a tight end. Second pick, they take a wide receiver. So I'm like, They're basically saying, Caleb, you have all the weapons of the world.
Right.
There's no reason like one of these balls shouldn't go to somebody. Like, if you missing guys, that's on you, not me. Okay? I mean, you freaking have DJ Moore, Roma, Dunze, Luther Burden, Cole Kmet, Costa Loveland. DeAndre Swift, he's okay. I wouldn't call him a superstar, but he could get you 1,000 yards, right? Like, Roshan's no slouch. Like, I mean, they fixed the offensive line. Joe Tootie, Jonah Jackson. Darnell Wright's still there. Drew Dahlman anchoring your center position. Like, I mean, what more do you need at this point?
This guy.
You even got Ben Johnson. You got the coach you wanted.
Yeah.
So at this point, what more do you need?
This guy shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have never been there at 39.
Yes, he should have.
No, he shouldn't have. He should have been
Yes,
the first
he
round
should
pick.
have.
No, Luther Burden, he was supposed to be a first round pick.
There was a reason he fell to the second.
The reason he fell to the second was character concerns. He fell to the second because So talent wise, he shouldn't have never been there in the second round. He shouldn't have.
Like,
there's no way a guy.
And that's another reason I have an issue with this pick is like, and you saw it on Missouri tape. If he didn't get the ball, he's like George Pickens. If he's not getting the ball, he's not going to run the route. He's not going to block. He's got a terrible attitude.
That's why you have coaches. To me, he was the best player. He shouldn't have never been there at 39. And if the Bears was there, I said it. I had it in my. I can't remember who I told this. Maybe I told it to one of my family members. I was like, if he's there at 39, I'm picking him. We got to get out of this. Oh, we can't pick him because this is why you have coaches. If Ben Johnson is a good coach, he should be able to coach him up. We see how do I say his name?
Antoine Randall.
Coach Jameson Williams up. He should be able to coach this dude up.
Like J-Mo, he didn't see the field for a while. And that was a good thing because he was immature and needed to grow the heck up. That's what Luther Burden is. He needs to grow up. Like, he needs to mature. So I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't do much of anything this year. Will he get out on the field? Sure. I'm not having high expectations because this dude is literally, he will crash out if he's not getting the football. He will crash the heck out.
This guy, get Ranton up. You let Ranton and Randall L coach him up. This guy's talented as heck. Like, to me, like,
His comp for me was DJ Moore, which is why I didn't even have him on the Bears
He's
radar.
a twitchier version of DJ Moore. He not just
It's
fully
literally DJ Moore to me.
He run better routes in my opinion than DJ Moore.
Just
At
more
least
diva.
I
He's just more diva.
I seen this kid play. I seen this dude. We keep in mind, I watch a bunch of Georgia games. We played against him 2 times. He was killing us. I seen this dude play against us multiple times. To me, he just more twitchier. I just think he runs a little bit more better routes. He can do more. Not do more, but he can do obviously more like what DJ can do. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know what you.
So y'all think? I'm here. I'm listening. I'm just listening. So y'all think that he's basically? You think he's a better route runner than DJ? I'm sorry.
I don't.
I think coming out of college, I think he is. I think he can run. He can run
I
better.
think they're similar players. My comp for Luther Burden's literally DJ Moore.
Because I don't think I don't think as a coach, as a play caller, you want DJ running a lot of short routes. I think DJ is better with using in a screen game. He's better in an intermediate game. He's better with a deep ball. This dude can. When I mean to tell you, this dude can run routes. He can freaking run routes.
So you think he's better the deep ball than DJ?
No, I don't think he's better. I just think he can run better routes coming out of college.
Okay.
The dude is good. I've seen. Look, take it from me. We played against this dude. I know what this dude can do.
Oh no, he's nice. I'm just like I don't know. I feel like DJ gets a lot of hate, and it's like because
he's a nice player. He's just a diva. He needs to grow the heck up.
You think DJ?
Luther Burden.
You need a receiver.
Oh, okay. I was
like, receiver that's a diva. Like, what are we doing?
But I was talking about DJ.
I'm talking about like he's like George Pickens level crazy.
Luther Burden?
At least he's not.
Yes, he is, bro.
George Pickens was taking guys' helmets off, slapping them up the head.
Bro, this man will. I watched a lot of Missouri this year. This man would literally stop blocking if he didn't get the football.
George Pickens would fight.
He would stop blocking. He would just run a.
Literally,
Luther Burden would just run a straight line.
And I've seen George Pickens for a couple of years.
And then he'd be kicking his tablet on the sideline. Like this dude is a nutcase.
George Pickens is a crazy dude. I've seen that man.
He needs to grow the heck up. It's not that deep.
He is more crazier than George Pickens. Wait, George Pickens is more crazy than him.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Let's just.
They're both crazy. That's the point.
There you go.
I don't think Luther Burden is crazy. I don't think
yes, he is, bro.
I've seen
That's why he fell. He's crazy. That's why he fell.
You gotta realize, I've seen George Pickens. I know all the crazy things this man did.
Well, okay. Well,
Luther Burden.
Well, okay. Well,
I've seen a bunch of Missouri games too.
Like
I think both of y'all have different viewpoints, but I mean, again, 2 things can be true. Burden may not be as crazy as George Pickens. I don't think nobody is as crazy as him right now, but it's a reason he fell. And I remember during the season they were talking about him being in the first round. I remember vividly because I remember. Matter of fact, the Georgia Missouri game. I remember them talking about it during the broadcast. They were talking about he should be a first round. I remember this because they were like nobody can guard him, all this other stuff, and then all of a sudden now he's in the second round. Like so, obviously there's something there. I don't know. At least she's pointing to character. It may be character. I have no idea. I didn't. That's. Y'all do more of that more than me, but he fell for a reason because the talent is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a talented player.
I'm not gonna argue about it. His talent is there. We all know this.
Yeah,
the man is talented as hell. But hey, man,
he fell for a reason. And that reason was character.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I think I don't expect him to be like they gonna bring him along slowly because they don't really need to. They got Rome and they got DJ. Now they got Cole still. This guy get some reps. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they're gonna do with him. Who else is left? Is it? Ain't a whole lot.
We gotta. This next pick, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. Luther Burden, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what they do with him. I don't know. So what do y'all think about this pick? Ozzy Trapillo.
A lot
I
of
saw
family.
I saw mixed reactions on this.
I had him on my board. I didn't think he'd go this high. Uh, but hey, I don't hate it. I wanted the Bears to take him. I just didn't. I would have taken him at 72 because I think he would have been there at 72.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I don't hate the pick. I think it's a good pick. Braxton Jones is a question mark heading into this training camp at least,
Yeah.
right? And competition breeds success, in my opinion, right? Hey, at some point, you were going to need a Braxton replacement anyway, because you're probably not going to re-sign him after the season. I really doubt it, especially with this injury. We don't know what he's going to look like when he gets back. So you could have Ozzy compete with Kyron Amagaji for the left tackle spot. The loser gets the swing tackle spot, in my opinion, which isn't a bad role to have because Ozzy Trapillo has played both left and right tackle anyway. Could play guard if you needed him to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his footwork and technique are NFL ready. His problem is pad level and what's the word I'm looking for? It's pad level and ability to get off blocks when he should.
Okay.
Yeah, with him.
But he's pretty good though.
But he's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think getting him with a good offensive line coach, I think it's gonna be really good.
He just needs coaching. That's what he needs. He needs coaching.
He don't get pushed back. Like
no.
That's one thing I do like about him. He has a stronger anchor than Braxton. So to me, that pops off a whole lot to me. I would hope they play him at left tackle because we don't need to be trying to shuffle chairs and move.
Yeah. People are like, just move Darnell to left tackle. No, leave Darnell at right tackle. That's his spot. Ozzy can play left tackle. People are like, Ozzy's strictly right tackle. I'm like, no, he isn't. He played left tackle as a true freshman at Boston College. A true freshman playing left tackle. He could play left tackle.
He probably would have been better. He probably would have been better.
The only reason he played right tackle is because the right tackle got hurt. And they had
he probably would have been better, was it?
Right. And he was their best lineman, so they moved him over. And they had their backup play as the starting left tackle, but he can play left tackle. He came in as a left tackle. He only played right tackle because the right tackle got hurt.
He probably would have been better hadn't he just stayed at left tackle and they didn't move him. That's one thing you got to keep in mind too. I think the guy's gonna play left tackle.
I think he's gonna play left. I think he plays left.
Because
that's your question mark is left tackle. Right tackle is not your question mark. And even in the videos the Bears have posted during OTAs, Darnell Wright's playing right tackle anyway. So I don't think they plan on moving him, and they shouldn't. Ozzy will be left tackle, and that's fine. Have him and Kyron duke it out, in my opinion.
To me, I think a guy like this, I think I can't wait to see what Roshar do with him. But I think he gonna end up. I don't think he gonna end up winning a spot, but I think he gonna be further along than Karan.
Who you say? You talking about Ozzy?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think he's gonna be further along than Karan.
I mean, he's already got the size and the speed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's 6'8".
He is pretty big.
He's huge.
Golly. He is big. Big kid, man. He's a big kid. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm glad that they got a tackle. I think that because the top three guys are gone before they even got to pick 8?
Yeah,
they were gone by pick 8, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of changed the draft a little bit, in my opinion. So they had to pivot, and they just said, "Well, we're just gonna go with the guys we got." And Ozzy just happened to be there, and he's solid. And they're like, "Well, guess Braxton and Karan going
right." And I guess they assumed that Ozzy might not have been there at 72, which is probably true the way the tackles went during the draft. So
yeah,
so I was
and he got like family ties too. His dad was
yes, his dad played in the NFL. Yeah, he played for the Saints. And his dad played with Ryan Poles' dad. His dad was an older dad because his dad died when he was 2, but he was like 39 or 40 when his dad passed away. So
I feel like me, I kind of like not to be negative on this pick, but I kind of I kind of get a little nervous with Ryan Poles, picking guys. He say he got family ties with his dad. Both of their dads playing at the same college. You know how Ryan Poles get a love with these dudes. So, but I think from what I've seen, I actually like the kid.
I mean, that's true, but if you turn on his tape, the tape speaks
Yeah,
for itself.
that's what I'm saying.
The tape speaks for itself. This is a quality player at a good value. So
yes. Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about it.
so I didn't hate this pick.
Yeah, I like this pick.
Boston College, I would say Boston College, Wisconsin, and probably Michigan are like known for offensive linemen. They can give you give you good offensive linemen.
I would have wanted Ursary, but I didn't mind this at all after seeing what this dude can do, and he's athletic as heck. For him to
That's
be
what
that
I'm saying.
big,
I like him. And again, he provides depth too, right?
Right. Even if he doesn't crack the starting lineup, he's good depth. You need a swing tackle to replace Larry Borum anyway.
Right, exactly. Because Borum gone.
His problem is he get too high.
So you need tackle depth anyway, and this is good tackle depth.
So next,
now this dude is freaking George Pickens right here.
Him too. He's a nutcase too, but he was good value for where they got him at, though. That was good value for where they got him at.
What's going on with him?
He had better numbers his whole time at Texas A&M than his running mate or Shamar Stewart. He had better numbers than Shamar Stewart. But the problem with Turner is he's also a nutcase, right? He had, I think he had 7 discipline penalties, something like that, throughout college.
Really?
Something like that.
You gotta realize what he did. It was one game, I think they was playing Ole Miss. He turned around and a guy had his, he was leaning over him. You know how linemen are. Yeah. When they get a good rep, they'll lean over you and then they'll try to, if you see the video, you understand what I'm saying. They'll lean over you and try to act like they pancaking you. So the guy, whatever he did that, he turned around and freaking hit the guy like a freaking uppercut him, and then hit him in his nuts. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he loves getting what do they call that? Unsportsmanlike penalties. That's what
conduct. Like penalties.
Oh my God. Yeah, hey, but we got the coaching staff for him, so.
I mean, Dennis Allen ain't gonna play that game. He's not playing. Right, Dennis Allen.
He told Tyreek that the day one, like, bro, what you're not about to do is be over there yapping with the fans during the game. That's what you're not about to be doing. So I'm sure Dennis Allen will let Shamar Turner know, hey, you got to cut that kind of mess out because we're not having that. Okay, got to cut that out.
Dude is crazy, man.
They're the next 3. They're the next 3 picks.
Ruben Hippolyte. That was a reach. I don't care what nobody says to me. I don't care. That was a reach. You could have got that dude in the 7th round or as a UDFA. That was a reach of epic proportions.
I wanted Ty Robinson, or I would have been okay with Jack Sawyer here.
Right. Ty Robinson was there.
And the Eagles freaking got him.
Of course they did, bro. I was mad too. I was so mad. Man. I'm like, the Eagles stay winning, bro. Like they even got that dude from Texas. They got that safety from Texas.
And they got the right tackle from Texas who fell because of character concerns. He should have been an earlier guy.
Connor Williams?
Yeah, they got him.
They also got Miles Hinton, which I like. That's a good pick. But no, that dude from Texas, the safety.
Man,
what's that dude's name?
Andrew Makuba.
Makuba. Bro, I wanted Makuba bad, and I was like, dang, the Eagles would get him. Oh,
I was went anywhere else but the freaking
Eagles. I'm so mad the Eagles got Makuba, bro.
The Eagles had a good draft, and it was so funny.
And they got Kyle McCord. That's a good backup.
Man,
the Eagles stay winning, bro. It's crazy.
So many bad things happen. The freaking Detroit got Tate. Now I gotta not like him.
Yeah, they got Tate, and they got Dominic Lovett, and they got Dan Jackson.
Hey, somebody better keep an eye on that guy, because that boy can hit, man.
Who, Dan Jackson?
Special teams. Man,
bro, have him next to have him be the safety next to Kirby because they moved Brian Branch to corner. Bro, come on. Come on.
You
Come
better
on.
keep your
Dan
eye. You better
Jackson
keep
say
your
I
head.
said, wow.
Hey,
When they drafted him, I was like, dang, they about to
hey, Cole Komet, you better keep your head up, boy, because this boy ain't no joke. This dude,
Who?
Hey, how'd you feel about them
yeah,
drafting Tate though?
huh?
How'd you feel about them drafting Tate?
I that was probably out of all the picks to happen. I hated that the most. I hated that the most. And then he got a freaking Detroit Lions tattoo on his
Yes, he
freaking
did,
arm.
bro.
Like, man, this is just disgusting.
It's the best, isn't it?
Disgusting.
I'm
It's the
not worried
best,
about.
isn't it?
I'm not worried about the receiver going to Detroit. That man can catch for nothing.
Oh yeah, Dominic Lovely, he's probably
That
not
kid,
making the team, bro. That
he ain't
man's
making
not
that
making
team.
the team.
Dan and Tate gonna make the team though.
Yeah, Dan and Tate definitely making the team, bro. But notice how Detroit still loaded up on the offensive line.
Smart.
They did.
They took Miles Frazier too. They took Miles. They got a steal in Miles Frazier, bro.
He did.
And they
They say
still
you
took
ain't.
Tate Ratledge.
They
He
said
did.
we never know. You can't have enough line.
Brad
Never
Holmes
have enough line.
said there
He
will
did.
be competition in this interior,
But
bro.
that's what I like about what we did. As far as I might have not liked, the pick of Trapillo there. I probably wanted freaking Ursary, but that's what I like that we
Ursary
at
was
least got
gone
two
by
offensive
then, though.
linemen. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Ursary went early.
I know we got the trade back, and I love the trade back, but it sucks not to get them. But at the end of the day, we did get two offensive linemen. I don't know, which I
Yeah.
do like.
The Zay Frazier pick didn't make sense to me because we have a ton of
Either.
corners.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
are they
understand that one
moving
either.
someone to safety? Like, otherwise I don't get the pick.
Now you see
Yeah, I
what
didn't
I'm
understand
saying.
that one either. I was like,
Now you
that
see what I'm
that
saying.
didn't make no sense.
And I like Zay Frazier. I think he's a good corner. It's just you have Jalen Johnson, you have Tyreek Stevenson, you have Kyler Gordon. Like, where does Zay Frazier come into this? Like, is he
Right.
depth or something? Like, I don't know. So
Now you see what I'm saying. When I said like day 3, they kind of got a little arrogant with some of those picks. Like,
yeah, I don't understand the pick. I
You
don't
could have.
hate it. I just don't understand it, I guess.
Yeah, I
got.
didn't.
Like
Yeah, I was like,
corner to me was the last thing they needed on this
yeah, I
team.
didn't understand that one. I'm like, why are you getting a corner? Like, what? Okay.
Luke Newman, good depth on the interior, can play guard and center.
Mhm.
Good depth on the interior. Don't hate it for a 6th-round pick. Why not?
Mhm.
Push comes to shove, he could be your practice squad player.
Right.
Kyle Monangai, there's that running back everyone was begging Ryan Poles to take. What I gathered from it, watching the draft, I'm like, obviously they just feel really happy with the 4 they have,
Mhm.
which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. They weren't used properly, number one. Number two, I mean, Ian Wheeler lost this season to a torn ACL the preseason, so I understand them wanting to see what he has, right? I mean, Roshan got concussion issues, so I get it. And DeAndre Swift is, well, he's DeAndre Swift, but
Right.
I mean, he's not terrible. He's just, he's meh, So I think people wanted like this surefire like star at running back and things like that, but really in this Ben Johnson offense, they're running back by committee. There really isn't a star, right? And to
Mhm.
me, Monangai in this where he plays in is he could be like the Monty of this. Like he's a big power back that can
Yeah.
get tough yards. He's hard to bring down, right? He's hard to bring down. He's hard to tackle. So he's gonna run through contact. He's gonna
Right.
pick up as many yards as he can before you have to bring him down. So,
Yeah.
I like this pick for them. We'll see what happens to that running back room, but Kyle Monangai is gonna have a role because he's very physical. Like he's hard to bring down. He's tough to tackle. He'll run through the tackles. He doesn't mind picking up extra yards. He'll pick up as many yards as he can. And he just has good vision. He has solid vision. Like when a hole opens up, he's gonna run through that hole. So.
Right.
It was a good pick, good value. I was surprised he was still there. I actually had him going 4th, 5th round, maybe even the 6th, but happy he was still there. I liked him at Rutgers. I watched a lot of him at Rutgers. I liked him. he was one of their big sources of offensive, something they didn't really have last year anyway. So I was surprised he was there, but that was a good pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, I know a lot of people were there was people talking about this, and
Oh, he hasn't
now that
fumbled the ball. He
he hasn't fumbled the ball yet.
he protects the football. He takes care of that.
Yeah,
So
he hasn't fumbled yet. So, I mean, he'll be a good pick. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because there's word that Nick Chubb may or may not sign with the Bears.
most Bears you see, their color are brown. That's all I can say.
I hope he freaking do, man. Because if he do, man, that man.
Right. Yeah. No. He. I hope so too. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
fit right in like a glove. What we trying to do?
I hope so too. But then I saw somebody. I saw. Maybe it was Pat Simon. Somebody. They were talking about why people want Nick Chubb. Oh, why don't you just give Kyle a chance? I'm like, I'm not saying don't give Kyle a chance, but this is Nick Chubb we talking about.
Like,
and Kyle is the man fell to the 7th round for a reason.
Right.
I mean,
Kyle will get an opportunity, but I also think, like Ben said, at the end of the day, there's going to be competition everywhere. Like, nobody's penciled in as a starter, and they shouldn't be. They should earn their spots in this freaking team. So,
right.
no, bro. Like, if Kyle makes it up the depth chart, good for him, right? But, he's going to have to earn his spot. And so I don't see why that's a problem.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like we get enamored by, oh yeah, we got this guy, so we don't need to go out and get this dude. No, injuries happen, man. Injuries happen. So,
all the time.
We can get him. If we can get Nick Chubb, that'd be perfect. I mean, Ben Johnson made use of Jamal Williams, and he had like 20-some touchdowns. To me, that'd be
in the red zone.
Yeah.
Hey, Cairo's finished.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
That man ain't finished.
Cairo's finished.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I saw that kicker they signed.
He's not finished.
A kicker that went 19 or 21, please.
Like, that's 90%.
Please.
He's not finished.
Please.
Yeah, he is.
Not. Stop it.
Yes, he is.
How many of those kicks were 50-yard kicks? That's what you really got to ask.
Yep.
I think 2.
Oh, wow.
Career long 58. Where's Cairo's 58-yard? I'm still waiting. Actually, I'm still waiting on that tape for y'all to show me. Where's Cairo's 58-yarder? How about a 56-yarder? I'll even make it easier. Where's his 56-yarder?
NFL field is bigger.
Where's his 56-yarder? Show me that tape.
NFL field is bigger than college football.
And where's that 56-yarder at? I can still.
Why we got to show you? Why we got to show you something?
You know what? I can actually pull up.
It'd be funny.
I can pull up tape of him kicking a 56-yarder. Just it was way short. He kicked it against Indianapolis. It was way short, and I was dying laughing.
It'd be funny if he make a 58-yard kick and at least freaking in the season at least.
Man, I'll still wait.
But it ain't.
I'm still waiting.
I mean,
this will be the season he do it too.
Okay, I want to see it. Where's it at?
I haven't seen it from this kid.
Okay, exactly.
I mean, Jake Elliott didn't have a great season, and he won a Super Bowl. So I don't really.
I mean, Jake Elliott's known for bombing 50-yarders. So. Okay.
I mean, he is, but not this year though. He wasn't.
And they signed a kicker as an undrafted free agent.
That don't mean that.
That don't mean that he on notice. I mean,
right? He is on notice. That's what what that means.
That don't mean he's gonna start.
Yeah.
We shall see. I'm not even worried about it.
Cairo is finished.
That's all I know. Cairo hate.
Cairo is finished. Cairo's finished, and when he loses his job, and Jonathan Kim's the new kicker for the Chicago Bears, I'm gonna have a great time.
Well, what did your boy get drafted from Pittsburgh? What did he get drafted to the Baltimore Ravens?
Who?
That boy from Pitt.
They drafted Tyler Loop.
What did your boy from the kicker from Pitt? Where did he go?
He's with Pittsburgh.
Wow. Ain't that? But why is Pittsburgh doing that when they got one of the best kickers?
Right.
Because they always have two. They have two camp bodies.
Wow.
Yeah, the best.
They have 2 legs.
Out of everybody.
2 camp
Mhm.
bodies. Imagine that.
Hey, Borregales got picked by the
But, he,
Patriots.
but he's supposed to be. But he's supposed to be the best kicker in the world for the
No,
Bears.
Borregales was the best kicker in
He's
the
a camp
draft.
body though.
No, he's not. He's about to be the
Yeah,
starting kicker for the New England Patriots. What are you talking about?
The guy
Who?
that from Pitt that you was talking about.
Who you talking
Ben
about?
Sauls?
Ben
Yeah.
Sauls? Okay.
What about him?
What happened to him?
What do you mean what happened to him? He's with Pittsburgh.
Did he get drafted?
No.
Wow, ain't that something?
Borregales and Tyler Loop got drafted.
Wow, ain't that something?
Which was interesting because the Ravens never drafted a kicker before, but they drafted Tyler Loop this year. That was interesting. I'm like, ooh, is the T about to come out on Justin Tucker? Ooh. Like, I wonder because they've never ever like drafted a kicker, and they drafted Tyler Loop. And so I thought that was interesting. I'm like, ooh, is Justin Tucker about to be like, is all the tea about to come out on Justin Tucker? Like, is he about to get cut or something? So that'll be one to see. That'll be one to see because that's interesting to me that they would take a kicker and they still have Justin Tucker. So I'm wondering if Justin Tucker is gonna get cut or released or whatever.
They probably just did it for some reassurance. That's probably what it is.
You think so? You don't think they'll cut Justin Tucker?
So,
I don't think they'll cut. I don't think they'll cut him right away though.
We'll see. That'll be an interesting one to watch because I don't know what's gonna happen with that situation. I would assume they don't want to put Tyler Loop on the practice squad because he could get scooped up, but that'll be interesting to see what they do in that situation. But that's the first thing I thought of is, wow, they must know information about the Justin Tucker allegations than we do, because that was interesting that they decided to take a kicker in the draft.
Well, maybe they're just getting prepared. I mean, it's not like he's young anyway. So.
No, he's not. He's not. He is not. He's like 36, 37?
Something like that.
Something like that. So, yeah, he's getting up there.
They got to start getting ready for him to leave anyway.
Yeah, they do. They need life after Justin Tucker. I know Ravens fans don't want to hear that, but life after Justin Tucker, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. They showed the Ravens social media team showed a clip of Tyler Loop kicking a 65-yarder, and Ravens fans were excited after that. I said, "See, y'all don't even remember Justin Tucker. See how quick that happened?"
Yes, they do.
Like,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All I know is Cairo's finished. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know. Cairo had a better season.
Cairo and Cole are done.
He's not.
Cairo and Cole are done.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
Neither one of them are done.
Yes, they are. They're done.
Not.
Ben Johnson said, get him out of there.
Cole is gone.
Ben Johnson said, get him out of there.
Nope, he's not.
Yep.
Cole might be
We're
done.
doing
Cole
that.
might be gone in about 2 or 3 years.
Cole might be gone, though, for real, though.
I don't know how far his contract goes to, but that man.
They have an out after next year, after the end of the season. They have an out.
Ooh, I wonder how much cap they would save.
I don't know the specific numbers, but I know they have an out after this season.
I'll tell you right now.
That ain't good. That ain't good for Cole.
That's what I said. Cole's done.
I'm saying it from
Cole is done, Jew.
I'm saying it from a perspective of he's a Chicago kid and like
Cole is done, Jew.
Cole is not done.
Cole is done, Jew.
He's not.
He's done. He's done, Jew.
Not listening to
the Loveland era.
Yeah. Get ready for the Coastal Loveland era. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm good for Coastal Loveland. Cole has a cap hit of 11.6 this year.
Oof.
What is it for 2026?
Hold on. Let me go back. I was trying to go to. So he's got cap numbers 11.6 over the next 3 seasons, each season. So this year, his dead money is 14.7.
Yeah.
They cap savings, they don't say nothing. They actually lose 3.1 million. They cut him.
So
what about
next year?
We'll keep them right.
3.2 dead money. They'll save 8.4 in cap.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, they have an out after the season, so they could save $8 million after next season.
But if they
After the
keep him for
season, I
one
mean.
more season, if they keep him to the 2017, which is his last season, yeah, the 1.6 dead cap hit and 10 million in cap savings.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on how Colston does this season, right?
Yep.
Like, and how Cole does too. Like, if Colston has a solid average season for a rookie,
Mhm.
I think they don't hesitate to wait to cut Cole, and they just eat the dead money and save the 8 million. So
Because it's easier to find guys that can do what Cole Kmet do, in my
yeah, I
opinion.
mean, for a
Wow.
tight end too, really, like if you think about it, in this offense, the tight end too is Brock Wright. They're the blocking tight end. Like they'll get the occasional pass here or there, but they're really the blocking tight end in this offense.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, like I don't know if I would feel comfortable knowing that Colston Loveland's tight end too, and we took him in the top 10.
But you know what's so
I
funny?
don't know if I'd be comfortable with that
That's what I'm saying. You know what's so funny? By the time
personally.
Luther Burden contract is up,
And I don't know if Cole Kmet would be willing to take a back seat like that as
no.
a tight end too. You see
I
what I'm
think
saying?
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. I think yeah, for years he's had the spot for years, and I think if Loveland come in there and he take that job,
right? Like I just don't
oh, bro,
like Durham Smythe can be the tight end too because he would just be blocking, and that's what he's good at
he
anyway,
give you a little bit of receiving ability.
right? Like I just don't know if that's really a role Cole would be willing to take necessarily.
But you know what's interesting to
And
me?
I wouldn't feel comfortable if my top 10 pick was tight end too.
But you know what's interesting to me? I feel like I just mentioned, DJ Moore be 32 by the time Luther contract is over with. So these moves are kind of catered to not only just now but to the future,
Hmm.
which is good.
Well, I mean, they have to have somebody. They can't just go and not get anybody. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? DJ's still producing right now. He's
Yeah,
been producing with garbage quarterbacks for prior to the last 2 years. He's
keep him,
trash.
keep him.
And he still produced. The man had 98 receptions last year for 966 yards, 6 touchdowns. Sound
Damn,
like he had
talk
a
about
good
a
season
drop
to
off
me.
from that 1,300 he had.
Right. So the yards wasn't there, but I mean he still produced. So all this DJ don't play hard. I don't know where y'all getting this from. Y'all need to stop listening to somebody
They
else.
wanted someone to blame. You know, they can't blame Caleb, so they got to blame somebody else. That's
Y'all
all
need to
this
stop
is.
blaming. Y'all need to stop looking for somebody to blame. Like it wasn't Caleb didn't have a great season like y'all thought he would. I mean, DJ had an all right season. Cole had all right. Rome had an all right season. Nobody really had a great season except for Darnell Wright, honestly, being real. He the only
Right.
one that
Right.
he the only one that had a great season, like being for real. I mean, Andrew Billings was having a great season before he got hurt.
Jalen Johnson.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Jalen Johnson had a great season, and Kyler Gordon had a great season.
Right. That was it, though. And they were defense. On offense, though, everyone had good seasons. I wouldn't say
Good
great.
season.
I wouldn't say poor.
yeah,
They
but
had good seasons. That was
yeah,
it, though.
well,
And for
But
the
Darnell
hype
had a great season.
for the hype that Caleb got, you should be disappointed. I'm not because I didn't have those kind of expectations. But for the expectations I was seeing from people, you should be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. I agree. No,
Like
what you about to
you
say, Zay?
should be disappointed. And like I said, whether you want to believe it or not, hey, you do you. But I saw this as a message to Caleb as well, bro. Hey, you ain't got no excuses, dog. If you flounder, that is on you at the end of the day. Because you can't say you don't have the weapons. You can't say you don't have the offensive line. Because you have both. You even have the coach you wanted.
I agree.
So at this point, you either sink or you either swim.
I saw who did
At
I
the
see?
end of the day.
Time to rise up to the occasion.
I'm
Yep.
trying to see who did I see. Man, I can't remember who was this video, but he was spot on. He basically said, look, I think they had Colston Loveland to kind of help Caleb play quarterback better. Like, and I was like, that's spot on. Like yeah, his arm, he was out there just playing with his talent. He wasn't playing quarterback. Like he wasn't playing a position like it's supposed to be played. You know what I'm saying? He was just living off his talent. So now he's going to be forced to have to use all of his
A-
weapons. You have no choice.
Absolutely.
I think
Mhm.
Cole. I think Coastland gonna make an impact immediately. And I think you're gonna
Yeah,
see.
Colston's gonna be.
You gonna
He
see
was. He made an impact immediately. The minute he stepped on the field for Michigan, he made an impact.
But
because
that's what I'm
to me,
saying.
I feel
They
like
gonna
it's a
have to.
difference. It's a difference. Like I just feel like this kid can just he can just do more. He
Like
can run
you
more.
know when an impact player is an impact player. Like the minute they
Yeah.
step on the field, they make an impact. Like that's why I hate the people that are knocking Mason Graham. Like that man was an impact player day one. As
Now
a
what I,
freshman, as a true freshman, was an impact player day one.
now,
How many people can say that?
now what I will say is
Will
he
Campbell,
is
same thing. He started at left tackle as a true
Mm-hmm.
freshman day one.
Day one.
now what I
Day
will say
one.
is Coaston is pretty trash for wearing 84. I feel like that's kind of low key whack.
Like,
You said what?
I
oh,
said
that's
Coaston is pretty
Mercedes Lewis.
trash for wearing
Those are
84.
there
I feel
weren't
like
that
that's
many
kinda whack.
numbers available. Number one.
Should have
So
picked 86, man. Come on, man. What the heck you get 84 from? Pretty
stop
trash
it.
for that.
But no, like I feel like people were like, "Oh, Mason Graham's gonna fall." I'm like, if he falls, I'd be really shocked.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked. Like same with Will Campbell. I'm like, come on, y'all. Will Campbell's a left tackle. This man played in the SEC against
Yeah.
some of the best edge rushers in all of college football. What are we talking
I
about?
think it's funny how people be like, "Oh, the Bears should have picked Tyler Warren." I was like, "Man,
He
they
wasn't
gonna
a
see.
scheme
They gonna
fit.
see. They gonna see why they went.
Right. He wasn't a scheme
They
fit.
gonna see.
And let's be for real. Tyler Warren had one good season and it was his fifth year as a
Mm-hmm.
like
Tyler,
it wasn't wait, we're acting like this man has been good throughout his entire college career.
Tyler Warren remind me a lot of
He had
Cole.
one good season.
Tyler Warren remind me a lot of Cole Kmet. Not the blocking aspect, but he got a limited route tree and what he can do as a route runner.
Kyler Warren had. I'm sorry, I said that man. Tyler Warren had one outstanding season. The rest of them below average. I mean, I ain't gonna say below. They weren't good. Matter of fact, I'll read it off because I remember when I saw somebody was talking about why do we get Loveland. So I looked at their stats. I was like, oh, that's why. Tyler Warren had one season. One.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah,
one
one
good
season.
season. One good season.
But to me, I just feel like Loveland do everything. I feel like because everybody look at Tyler Warren and be like, he's a better blocker. Since when is titty blocking a better blocker? Because that's what he freaking do. He's a titty blocker. His hand placement on blocks isn't good. To me, he tries to bull rush blockers way too much. That ain't gonna work in the NFL. To me, like when people talk about him as this great blocker, I don't see it. Like to me, like I think he can do a little bit more of the same stuff that Cole can do as far as blocking, but to me, he's not a great blocker to me, and I don't think he's nowhere near close as a route runner.
Think about it, right? Like Tyler Warren had now. Don't get me
I
wrong.
got his stats right here.
I don't think Drew Aller's that good, right?
Nope.
But Colston Loveland had 500 yards with a quarterback who didn't even throw for 1,200 yards. Okay, his quarterback threw for more interceptions than touchdowns. And you're telling me Tyler Warren is better? Bro, I would hope his numbers are better. They with a better quarterback.
But that's what I'm saying. You get this guy with Ben Johnson,
bro.
Like that.
And with competent quarterback play, I mean, be for real. Stop.
But
it's not even close.
Saying. That's what
it's
I
not
keep
even
saying.
close.
I think he's better than Laporta because this dude, I haven't
his comp
seen
is Laporta though. I can see it too.
Routes like that.
His comp is Laporta, and I can see it.
Loveland is the truth, man. This is Tyler Warren's numbers. So the man, he started in 2020. He didn't play. He was in 2 games and had no receptions. The next season, 5 receptions, 61 yards. He played in 13 games. The next year, 2022, he had 12 games, 10 receptions, 123 yards, 3 touchdowns. Next season, 2023, 13 games, 34 receptions, 422 yards, 7 touchdowns. Last year, 104 receptions, 1,233 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Exactly. So he only cracked 500 yards once, and that was this season. And he cracked over that.
So he wasn't He just had, so to me, he was mediocre for 3-4 years, and then he just had an outstanding season.
But
Yeah.
to me, I think this dude, I wouldn't be surprised down the line in his career he hit 1,000 yards, receiving yards. I wouldn't be surprised.
This is Colston Loveland.
Loveland. I wouldn't
22, 14 games, 16 receptions, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. In 23, the national championship year, 15 games, 45 receptions, 649 yards, 4 touchdowns. Last year, he played 10 games, 56 receptions, 582 yards, 5 touchdowns.
And mind you, he missed games. He missed games.
This dude is so good,
and
man.
had almost 600 yards anyway.
Let me tell y'all this right now. Michigan had 0. No quarterback. I'm telling y'all this right now.
The starting quarterback didn't even throw for 1,200 yards. He had more interceptions than touchdowns.
But you see, when Bears fans like to talk about a top 10 tight end, this dude will be a top 10 tight end.
Bro, this man was making chicken poop. Actually, he was making chicken salad with chicken poop. That's what he was doing.
Him and Khalil Mullins had great years in spite of their quarterbacks being
exactly, bro. Like, they carried the team last year.
Khalil Mullins had almost 1,000 yards.
There was no way on earth Michigan should have won 7 games.
Period.
I'm so serious. Like, I'm literally so serious. They should have never won 7 games.
Mind you, Will Johnson was hurt for a lot of them games.
He missed dang near the whole season.
Yep. Michigan, like, let me tell you, and again, I wasn't, and I had to discourse with somebody on Twitter. I wasn't trying to diminish Genty.
Right.
Because they were like, Genty played with 8-9 in the box. I'll tell you something right now. What you think Khalil Mullins played with?
Exactly.
When I tell you he had no quarterback, none. And the man got 900 and some yards rushing.
But Julius, imagine if they would have traded them
Big
picks
Ten.
away. Imagine if they would have traded them picks away. They wouldn't have got Luther Burden. They would have missed out on a tackle. They would have missed out on a deepest player. They would have got none of that.
All that for Genty, bro.
That makes sense.
I'm so glad the Raiders took him. Like, I'm so serious when I say that. I'm so happy the Raiders took him.
Me too. When they took him, I was like, yes.
Bears fans was getting on my nerves with the whole Genty thing. I'm like, bro, there's other running backs out here putting up numbers are better, and they're playing in better conferences, bro. Like, way better conferences.
I mean,
like Genty went, then when Will Campbell went, I was like, well,
like Monangai had 1,200 plus yards in the Big Ten.
But that's what I'm saying.
In the Big Ten. Like, he's not playing Mountain West, right? Like, this is the Big Ten. You're talking about Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. Like, come on now.
What you about to say, Zay?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have been okay. I wouldn't have been okay. I would have freaking hated it too. If they did take Genty at 10,
I would have crashed out.
I would have been like, "What? It is what it is." I mean,
I would have crashed out.
It is what it is. At least they didn't trade up for him. But I'm so glad they did trade.
It would have been even worse if they traded up for him, though. I'm so serious.
Yeah, nah. I would have been okay if he would have failed to 10. Fine, whatever. I would have convinced we would have talked about it. I'm sure we would have talked about it before the season. We would have been okay with it. But to trade up for him and lose all them picks for him, no way.
Bro, I would have lost it, bro.
That man was worth it.
I would have lost it, bro. I'm so serious. I would have been like, "Are you freaking for real, bro?"
And here's the thing: I don't care if he has the greatest rookie season in history. I'm still not convinced. A lot of people are they only need to see a year or whatever. Nope, that's not me, man. I'm not.
No, to me, if we would have traded up, he would have need to have the year Saquon had his rookie year. You remember the numbers we went over?
Mm-hmm.
Saquon, he would have had to have a Saquon type of season, and I'm so dang serious.
I'm not telling nobody how to fan, but we got to be better in terms of getting instant gratification of 1 year of success.
Yeah, you gotta give it time, because anybody can have a great season. Anybody, and that happens, especially in modern in
the modern NFL,
in pro sports, period. Especially when guys are up for contract, dudes have contract years, and dudes have great years and contract years. It happens all the time.
Darnold.
That's Sam Darnold. We'll see what he looks like this year. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's easy. It's very few guys and I'll be real. A lot of these guys just go back to who they were. There's very few guys that are like Geno Smith who ascended and has stayed at the ascension level or a bit higher. Most people fall below that level that they had reached. Geno
Once
has
they
stayed
get their
there,
money.
or they go up a little bit. Yeah, once they get the money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Like, I
very
mean,
few
look at
people that
Nate
have.
Davis, right? Nate Davis had a career year, his contract year. He gets paid, and what happens?
But that's what I'm
He took
saying.
a literal nosedive.
That's
Like,
why I was even happy that the Bears did not freaking draft Mimble. I'm so glad he went before us, because a guy like that, a guy as much as he whiff on blocks, you got to question in a little bit of the effort as well. And then when you talking about giving him all that financial money, like at a top 10 pick, like you like to me, that's just I don't know. Maybe they can coach him up
Yeah,
over
I
there
was
with
like,
the
yes.
Jets. He can do it.
When
Maybe
he got drafted, I said yes. I was like, thank you.
maybe
bro,
the Jets can
once
coach
them
him up.
run
He
on
can do
tackles
it,
went, I
man.
was like, dang, we ain't getting one.
Right.
But see,
I
what
said,
happened was that the
like,
freaking Saints
once
tackle
Membu went, I was like, oh yeah, we ain't getting one. Because
when
what? No, Will Campbell went first, then
Mhm.
Membu went,
And
then
then
Kelvin Banks. I was like, yeah, we ain't
the
getting
when
one.
Saints
Banks went, I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt, man.
I
I ain't
was
gonna
hurt,
lie.
man,
I'm
man.
not gonna lie to you. A tear streaked down my face when I saw Kelvin Banks go to the Saints, bro. I was
I was
like,
hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
I was
bro,
hurt.
that would hurt so
I knew
bad, bro. I'm
something
not
was up
even
with
finna
that.
pretend, bro.
Huh?
Something was up with that when that Saints tackle retired. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
Rams.
oh my
Because
goodness.
all they're gonna do now is they're gonna put Fuaga back at right tackle because that's what he played at Oregon State, and they're gonna put Kelvin Banks at left tackle. Bro, I crashed out. I'm not gonna lie.
I believe that's who they wanted. I mean, I know I
Bro,
don't
I
know
was
what's his
so
name.
when I tell you, bro, a tear streaked down my face, bro. I was sad. I was
Yeah.
Man,
not gonna lie. I was sad.
Yeah. I ain't
because
gonna
at
lie.
first I didn't know
Oh
because
no.
at first we was on the
I was
Saints. I didn't know.
hoping the
Yeah.
Saints would have taken Tyler Warren, you know, but
I was
I'm
hoping
just
Shador was
sad,
gonna
bro.
go there, but it's
But
kind of what I
I
said.
feel like if Kelvin Banks would have been there, I feel like Ben Johnson would have taken Coastal Loveland anyway. That seems like that's who he really
I
wanted.
just felt
Anyway.
if they would have did that, I would have been really pissed off. Then they would have freaking.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw what happened with Shador, man. That was the NFL
And bro, they
thing.
did
You're
Shador
not bigger
dirty.
than us.
They
You're
did
not bigger
Shador
than
dirty.
us.
But that's
Okay,
You're
why
not.
can
You
we
could.
take a second though? Can we take a second? The Browns. What are the Browns doing, bro? They got
I
5
don't know.
quarterbacks
they had a
rostered
great
right now.
drive until they freaking drafted Dylan
Like,
Gabriel right there.
Why did
like,
they draft? First of all, why did you draft Dylan Gabriel? What in the world, bro?
well,
What did this man do?
what I
They
read
got
is
Schlesinger,
they
they
had
had
Dylan Gabriel ranked higher than Shador and Milrow.
What? No
Yes,
way. No
on
way.
their
this man.
quarterback
No
play.
way.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
they
tell you
did,
this
bro.
man. Well, he
Yes,
gonna
they did, bro. They had Dylan Gabriel ahead of Jalen Milrow and Shador Sanders on their quarterback board. I'm so serious.
Well, I know you not. I know you telling the truth because I know you. Yeah.
That's wild. Where
they
I seen
had-
that and I was like, wow, bro. Like
They
the crazy thing. What I don't get is you have 5 quarterbacks on the roster. Deshaun, you have to keep by default because you can't move that contract unless you want to eat $92 million in dead cap, which you don't want to do that because then you can't pay nobody. So he's stuck there. So that's 1 quarterback spot already filled. So that means you basically, essentially, only have 2 left.
but to
But
me,
they did
And you
decline.
got 4 other guys. You have 4
Then they
guys
declined.
in
They
2
declined
spots.
Kenny. They declined.
just traded
Kenny
for
Smith,
him.
but they declined
No,
his fifth-year option,
actually, the Eagles did.
though. Yeah, the Eagles. Well, the Eagles traded him to the Browns, right?
Yeah, but they declined his option before he got traded to the Eagles.
But to me,
So they didn't have a choice. His option was already declined.
but to
I
me,
thought, why did they say? Why did I see articles say the Browns declined it? Though?
Well, that's because Mary Kay has no idea what she's talking about. But no,
Okay.
the Eagles declined it before he got traded, and then he got traded. So the Browns didn't have a choice because I think it was Stefanski or Barry talked about it at the presser. They said the Eagles had declined it before they traded for Kay.
Oh, so it don't matter. It did.
Yeah.
But to
So
me,
that doesn't matter. They had that declined anyway.
they was doing such a good job until they.
But my thing is, so essentially you only have 2 spots because Deshaun will probably be QB3 for most of the year while he recovers. So then really you only have 2 spots left, and you got 4 dudes.
I thought what the Jaguars trading out like that much capital to get Travis Hunter. I felt like that was crazy work. I felt like what the Falcons did. I know he's a good player, but the Falcons are giving him a 1st-round pick.
Like,
to get.
and my thing with the whole Brown situation is, who are you keeping? Because you gave Joe Flacco. The thing is, you gave Joe Flacco a very highly incentive based contract, so you're not cutting him.
What do they do? What is this? Let me see. What's Joe Flacco?
Like, you're not cutting him.
Yeah, off here.
Okay, so then you got one spot left between three dudes.
So Joe's got a 1 year signing. 1 year, $4 million
But it's incentive based. It can get up to like 8 million or something.
total guaranteed at signing. They gave him $3 million, so he got $3 million at signing. And basically getting the other million, but like it says, incentive based.
Yeah,
He
it's
has
very
average,
incentive based, so he can earn up to like 8 million or something. I was reading.
so he don't have a cap hit right now.
No, because his contract's incentive based. So, and it's very incentive based. Like, I think if he plays a certain number of snaps, he gets like an extra million or something. I was reading, or something like that. His contract's like very incentive based. So I doubt they get rid of him.
That man ain't even got 1% of the salary cap. He
Like,
got 0.88% of the cap.
So I doubt you get rid of him. You traded for Kenny, so but then you drafted Gabriel and Shador. So I don't know. I don't know what the Browns are doing. I don't know how they're gonna figure that out. Like, unless they're willing to eat all that dead money for Deshaun and cut him. But even still, that's 4 quarterbacks in 3 spots. Somebody's gonna be the odd man out.
Well, I'm like you. I like you said the other day. I think Dylan Gabriel, odd man out.
Yeah, it's got to be, because I doubt they get rid of Pickett because they traded for him.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they get rid of Flacco. That contract's too incentive based. I don't know. I don't
see Gabriel beating out. I don't see him beating out Sanders. I'm sorry.
Like, the Browns are the Browns at the end of the day.
I don't see Dylan Gabriel beating out Shador.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that. That's the thing, though. It's like, it depends on what they decide to do with Deshaun, because they might have to keep him. So then you only have 2 spots left.
Well, don't they got that?
Oh wait, no, they can put him on IR.
They got that. Put him on IR. They got some. Yeah, they got something that they can use.
Yeah, they can. So okay, so you can. Okay, the point is, you still only got 3 spots and 3 spots and 4 guys. Somebody's gonna be the odd man out. At this point, if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be Dylan Gabriel. If I really had to guess, like, if you asked me today who the 3 quarterbacks will be on the roster for the Browns, I would say Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Shedeur Sanders. Like, and then I guess Deshaun on IR, so he doesn't even count against the roster. But the rest of the rest of that room, yeah, I doubt Dylan. Maybe you put Dylan Gabriel on the practice squad.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this. It's gonna be pretty interesting how that shakes out.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what the Browns are doing. The Browns are the Browns at the end of the day. Like, I don't understand that. Like, dude, like, when I seen that, I was like, but you drafted Dylan Gabriel last night. Like, what? Like,
that's what I'm saying. They was doing everything right.
All the mental gymnastics they did just to draft. Okay, another thing. Can we take a second? Do you mean to tell me the Giants traded up to take Jackson Dart?
Right.
What?
Like, I feel like real quick with the Browns, I feel like the Browns. I feel like they're gonna have to. I think they're doing some good things, but when you just I just don't trust that team. I
didn't hate their draft. I just don't get why they drafted. I don't trust them more than the
Giants. That's what I'm saying. And for anybody that want to come out to us, we still don't freaking trust the Bears on this freaking platform.
Wait, no, we don't. We don't. But no, Dylan Sampson, I like. They got Quinshon Judkins. They got Carson Schlesinger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked those picks. They got Mason Graham. That was a good pick. Took 2 quarterbacks when they already had 2 quarterbacks on their roster.
They got a first-round pick for next year. That's what I'm saying. They were winning the draft. That the first 2 days, they were killing it. It's that freaking.
And then they messed it up the 3rd day.
They were killing it.
Mm-hmm. They were.
Like, man, like when they got Graham and Schlesinger, I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, oh yeah, they cooking. They even picked up Quishaw Judkins and Dylan Sampson. Like, bruh, they got Harold
Mhm.
Fanny and Jr. to pair with David Njoku. Like,
To
they
me,
had a
them
good
getting both those
draft.
running backs, I think it's
Yeah.
over for Nick Chubb though. I think he up out of there.
Well, no,
Yeah.
yeah. We already know it's probably well, somebody said they just working out particulars. It's pretty much it's damn near a done deal.
So, but yeah, I just I don't know what the Browns. I don't know how that quarterback competition is going to shake out. I don't even know how you split reps between that many people. Number one, I don't know how you're splitting reps that many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and how do you evaluate that if you're splitting reps 4 different ways? Like, is each person getting a series? Like,
Right.
you gotta have some sort of establishment. That's the thing, right? It's like when you walk into camp, someone's got to get the ball first, then
Right.
second, then
Yep.
third. Like, it's hard to split reps
Somebody
in
odd man
in a
out.
football setting because you need someone to run second team and you need someone to run third team.
It's gonna
That's
be like
usually why teams
Lawrence.
have like 3 or 4 quarterbacks. Someone's got to be like, who's running the second team if you're splitting reps between A and B?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, how is that working?
Mm. I don't know, man. A lot to talk
Like,
about, man.
I think about the Colts situation. Like, they're talking about they're splitting the reps 50-50. So, like, Riley Leonard's running third team. So, you're just going to have Daniel Jones run second team one day and Anthony Richardson run first team one day and then flip.
But that's my problem with
Like,
them
that's
is
kind of stupid.
they in a tough situation and they just draft the top. I don't feel like Warren is gonna be able to show his ability as quick as he would like to
Right?
because of
Especially
the
if you got
quarterback.
to catch passes from 2 different quarterbacks every other day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why continuity and chemistry is so important. If I'm
Yep.
constantly rotating quarterbacks every other day, how do I expect these guys to build chemistry with the quarterback? There's
I mean,
no
we'll
way
see.
they can if you're splitting reps so many different ways. That's why teams usually just name a starter and why one person usually just gets all the reps because it's important that they establish chemistry with the guys on the field. It's
And we'll see what
easier to
happens.
rotate wide receivers and tight ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even linemen sparingly. But quarterback, that's hard to do because they're like in control of the offense. They're in control of like the team and things like that, like chemistry wise. And because that's another thing, every quarterback's cadence is different, right? Like it's a different voice, it's a different mantra in the huddle. So think about it. If you're the Browns, one day it could be Joe Flacco. His cadence are different. His tendencies are different. And then you flip to Kenny Pickett. His cadence and tendencies are different. Then you flip to Dylan Gabriel. His cadence and tendencies are different. And then you flip to Shador. So it's like, how can these players even get comfortable in that kind of situation?
Mm-hmm.
How's that even fair to the quarterbacks? Because they can't get comfortable. You see what I mean? So like that's a mess. I don't know what the Browns are gonna do. That'll be interesting to see how they split those reps. I mean, hey, to the Broncos' credit, they made it work. They just rotated every other day. Monday it would be Bo. Tuesday it'd be Jared Stidham. Wednesday it'd be Zach Wilson. South towards the end there, where Bo just really kind of took over as quarterback one, and then Jared and Zach were rotating for 2 and 3. Like at some point, the competition's gonna separate itself, and you're gonna know like who quarterback one is gonna be if you're the Browns. But uh, that's just a lot of reps they're gonna have to split. I don't know how they do that. That'll be interesting to see how they split those reps,
Yep.
in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We gotta. We will see what happens going on over the next couple of weeks. Ain't a lot going on.
Cairo
I
will
mean,
be cut. No, I'm just playing.
I know
Just
Ricky.
playing.
But Ricky mini camp is what
It's next week,
next week. Okay.
I
So
believe. I believe it's next week.
if it's next
Um,
week, we'll do a show before Ricky mini camp. If not, we'll do it
I
whatever.
believe it's next week. um, no, all the rookies will be there. I believe. I don't quote me on this, but I believe Austin Reed will be there, so they have a quarterback throwing type of thing. Because that's the whole point. these guys like to have quarterbacks they're throwing. I believe. I don't quote me on that, but I believe Austin Reed will be there.
Tell Ozzy to get in a freaking weight room. That's what Ozzy
Uh,
needs to get doing.
Hey, back up off the boy Ozzy.
Tell him to get it to stay in that weight room. I got high hopes for that kid.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I was so pumped when we got him because I didn't think we'd get him. He was one of my favorite tackles in this class. So
What made it so
happy
funny
we
is
got him.
watching Seth Rollins freaking be the one to freaking talk about that pick. Seth Rollins being a guy to
Oh,
coming in.
Seth Rollins had me cracking up.
Okay, so
Like,
the
when is
rookie,
it?
each team is permitted to host. Well, it says each team is permitted to host a rookie football developmental program lasting 7 weeks, beginning May 12, 2025. So May 12, I guess.
So like next
Except for
week,
one rookie
2
mini
weeks.
camp. Yeah,
To
so
get these
either
guys.
next
Yeah.
week or 2 weeks. So
Whatever it is, it's on a Friday though.
yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be on the weekend. I'm looking. I don't see that. There's no.
Here, I can look it up.
Well, the Lions did that. I'm looking it up right now. I'm on it. I'm just looking. Let me see. No, that was 2024.
So theirs will be May 2nd through the 5th, which is next week, or May 9th through 12th.
Right, yeah. It's either next weekend or the weekend after. They haven't announced it yet, so I'm sure
They
they'll
haven't
announce
announced it
Friday
yet,
too.
so it could be next week or the week after.
Right. So whenever they announce it, then we'll go. We'll go from there.
Right. But yeah, it could be next week because the Browns is next week. That's why they were posting videos of Shador at in Cleveland. That's because their mini camps next week. So I guess the Bears will announce it if it's next week or the week after. We'll just have to see. But basically 3 days, which would be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday type of deal, right?
Mm.
Yeah, second, third, fourth, fifth. Right. Yeah, second, third, fourth, fifth. So yeah. About 4 days.
Yeah.
So, and they do they get acclimated to the NFL, I guess. Right? Like they go out there, get their stretching in, throw the ball a little bit.
It's gonna be like Green Bay, freaking Matthew Golden wearing number freaking 22 as a receiver.
Matthew Golden can go on somewhere. How about that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Scums like that deserve to go to Green Bay. How about that?
I liked him until he went to Green Bay. I'm good.
Yeah,
Green Bay. I hate. And did you see, bro? They tried to pub up the draft in Green Bay. I'm like, ain't nobody care about no dang Green Bay, bro. You hurt the players.
Me?
There ain't nothing to do here. No, there's nothing to do in Green Bay. It's Green Bay.
To me, I don't mind them going after a bunch of weapons. I just don't want them getting more defensive talent on the lines, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. Like, bring it on. Secondary is our strong suit anyways.
Facts.
Good luck. That's all I'm gonna tell them. Good luck.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyler Gordon.
Good luck, y'all. So, we'll see. But hope you guys enjoyed the show, man. We are gonna call it for right now. But yeah, we'll let y'all know if we're gonna do a show either next week or the week after. It just depends when they do rookie mini camp, and then they'll start later on in the month.
They'll bump up the phases in OTAs.
Yeah, OTA.
Like,
yep.
in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be phase 2, so they can actually start doing like light throwing and stuff. 7-on-7 type of stuff.
That's good because Loveland can't freaking lift weights right now. So
He cannot.
Yeah, he said he'll be ready by training camp.
They did say that though. They did.
So yeah, he probably won't do too much at rookie minicamp if I had to guess.
Yep.
But he'll be there. I think mandatory mini camps end of May or June or early June, but again, we're getting to that time of the year.
Right, yeah.
OTAs, training camp.
I gotta say, them guys better be working. That included Caleb Williams. You better be working.
Everybody better be working because Ben is serious. Nah, dog, like you gotta earn your strides, bro. So. Oh, they also signed a long snapper, which I really liked. Luke Elkin from Iowa. He worked with Tory Taylor.
Yeah, it's about time. They need guys.
He worked with Tory Taylor, so I really like that. He probably, if I had to guess, actually, he's probably the only UDFA I have making the roster.
practice squad guy. Yeah, I mean, at least from what I know, now these kids they can go out there and play good, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Like Scott Daly better be on his P's and Q's. That's all I know. Because the one thing Elkin got going for him is he's worked with Tory Taylor before.
Right.
So that's the one thing he's got going for himself. So if he does somehow make the 53 and he's a week 1 starter, it wouldn't shock me.
Wow.
What disappointed me is the Bengals took Fairchild. I was hoping he was going to be there later, but hey.
Yeah, no, that was a good pick for the Bengals. They needed a left guard anyway. Tate Ratledge was there. Could have taken him.
No, Fairchild went in the 3rd round.
No, I'm talking about Tate Ratledge. Could have taken him in the 2nd round.
They should have just picked him. They picked the linebacker. God, that's stupid.
Didn't Tate go 2nd round? He went like 2nd round, I thought.
In the back half of the 2nd round, but I'm saying like they could have had him.
Yeah, they could have. They could have had him. But guess who snagged him anyway?
Hey, but we got to play them this year anyway, so I'm glad they didn't get them.
Yeah, they got to snag him. They snagged him anyway, huh, Zay? Zay is not happy.
It don't freaking matter.
Zay's not happy.
It don't matter.
He wanted Tate on the team, bro.
It don't matter. It's going to be okay.
All right,
you
y'all.
sure about that? I don't know, Zay. You look pretty upset.
No, it's cool. Tate just gonna have to learn. He gonna have to get used to Grady Jarrett. That's all it is.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, positive.
We'll see. We shall see. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. As y'all see at the bottom. Like, comment, subscribe. You haven't subscribed. Thank y'all for those who commented. And again, we appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. And
I agree, man.
Steve-O, my dog. I agree. In a minute, man.
That's facts.
I feel the exact same way you feel.
Truth.
Exact same way, dog.
Speaking facts.
I feel the exact same way you feel.
I ain't holler Steve-O in a minute. I have to catch up with my boy. All right, y'all.
Not wrong.
Steve-O, you gotta come on the show next week, man, or whenever we do the next one, man. Catch back up with you. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Maybe we can talk about freaking Braxton Jones. Freaking
We might have to. But all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And see y'all next week.